my gosh, I didn't see you guys there. Well, howdy and welcome everybody to episode 25 of the 240SX2 JZ swap. And guess what we're doing in this episode? We're getting the car tuned. And no, we're not going to the dyno or anything exciting like that. We're getting it e-tuned virtually, but still fun nonetheless, because as you can see, the car is out of the driveway. It's out of the barn, it's out of the garage. We are out in the middle of nowhere, but we drove the car to this spot, which is very exciting. So as I'm filming this right now, we actually are driving the car on the road, which is a huge, monumental step in this car's journey to becoming the monster that I want it to be. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys see how we got this car tuned, how we got it on the road. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy.
So good and tasty.
What do you think? Will it start?
Well, here we are again.
What's that sound? That's the fuel pump. Ready? Holy cow! All right, so a bit of an issue. So the thermostat never opened, which is obviously an issue. So the car got up to 210.
Nice and hot.
And the thermostat didn't open. All right, so I have here our thermostat out of the car, and we're gonna test it. And with any luck, it doesn't open, and this is the reason why our coolant wasn't circulating. So let me check the temperature here. I don't know if you boys can see it, but it does not seem to be doing anything. Oh, I see it. It's opening now.
Don't you feel silly?
Very slowly. All right, so in that last shot, we were testing the thermostat, and I don't know if you guys caught it or not, or if I filmed it, but it did open, albeit really kind of delayed. And then I tested a different thermostat, because I have two, the OEM one, and then I have a Mishimoto low temperature thermostat, and both of them kind of had the same behavior, where they opened just a little bit after the water got up to its opening temperature. So what I've went ahead and done is put the Mishimoto low temp thermostat in, because I read somewhere on a forum that when you have a big aftermarket radiator, you should put a low temp thermostat in. I don't know how much I believe that, because the radiator shouldn't have anything to do with the thermostat not opening, but gonna try it anyway. I drilled a small little hole near the jiggle valve in the Mishimoto, so that is in there now. The front of the car is raised up. I added this little extension to the filler neck to hopefully add a little bit more, head to the system here. I'm really hoping this works. I'm actually really nervous right now. Alright guys, what's up? I do not know how long it's been since the last clip I filmed for this video. It's probably been a few weeks at the very least. Basically what's been going on is I've been chasing down a bunch of really minor issues, stuff that it really isn't that interesting, leaks and all sorts of things just like that. And then we had a problem with the fuel system that I had to chase down. The relays were turning off for some reason and I didn't know why, so I redid that whole thing. But we're back! And it's been a long time coming, but I think it is about time to get this car out on the street and get it tuned just a little bit so that we can break it in. So as you can see, I threw on the front bumper. The camera died, so I thought I'd film that, but I didn't. So that's very exciting, and I'm going to throw on two final touches, and then we are going to pull this thing out of the garage for the second time. So we're going to be installing a Garage Defend carbon fiber cooling panel, which sits right here. And then we're also just going to be installing the spark plug or the coil cover, which will go right here. So let's go throw those on. Today's the day we're gonna get an e-tune on this thing. So I've got my Haltech ESP software up on the laptop here. And what the tuner has asked me to do is he's given me a, basically he's given me a map that we're going to start out off with. So that's what's loaded up onto the ECU right now. And what we're gonna do as soon as we start the car is go down to this data manager right here, and we're going to click this record on the PC logger. So we're gonna log our startup, and then we're gonna wait for the car to get up to temperature, and then we're gonna stop the logging, and we're gonna save that log. And then we're gonna go out for about a 5 to 10 minute drive, just slowly, you know, just going through the rev range a little bit there, and we're gonna log that as well. So right now we're just gonna start the car up real quick. So make sure we're in neutral, turn on our fuel, start her up. There we go. So now we just have to wait for the car to get up to temperature. Oh, I gotta start my log.
Don't you feel stupid?
There we go. We'll wait for it to get up to temperature, and then we'll go for a drive. All right, guys, my dad's with me again. This is very reminiscent of the first time we drove this up and down the driveway, but we're finally going out on the street. So let's see what happens here. So hopefully we can capture some of like the leaning out issues while we're driving here. And the bucking issues that we had last time where the car would kind of jostle back and forth at low speed just like that, kind of. This is almost unreal that we're going out on the street.
I'm shocked.
I'm shocked as well. I didn't think this day would come here. We are on the road. I don't know how fast we're going, so my speedometer isn't calibrated yet, but oh, that's good. We want to get that in there. The bucking just happened again in 4th gear there. We just made 1 pound of boost. Oh, how exciting is that? All right, so I just accelerated because I wanted to see if it would lean out. There's the decel. It's not so great, but it's hovering around 16 on the AFR, which, as many of you probably know, isn't great. You want it to be about 14.7 is the stoichiometric equilibrium, I think it's called. All right, guys, it's the next morning, and we got a new tune from the tuner. He did say some things about the throttle position sensor maybe not being calibrated correctly, which is what may have led to the bucking. So we recalibrated that, and we're gonna go out and we're gonna see if this works. So let's go for a ride. So the bucking problem didn't stop. It's just as bad as it was before, maybe a little different, but could just be a placebo. So the AFRs look a lot better, so he did change up the fuel table, he told me, which is good. What's up, guys? We're on our 3rd run here with our 3rd tune. The tuner said that he's trying to fix the bucking problem a little bit, so we messed with the decel settings on the Haltech there, and I think it's a little bit better. I'm testing it out right now, but I think it's better than it was. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Woo! Oh, heck yeah. Yep, gotta relax here. Can't get on it too much. Well, fellas, we're back again. It has been weeks since the last tune, but since then, we've had a ton of different iterations run through the ECU, so I think we're up to tune number maybe 9, and it's the last tune, so we're done getting the car E-tuned. It's finally finished up, and we're just putting the braking miles on the car. So right now we're at 250 miles or so we only have 250 more to go before we can properly dyno tune the car, so that's very exciting. The bucking problem, as many of you know from the previous iterations, was a problem, but now it's almost completely solved. One of the issues that we had to go through to fix that was that the ECU did not know how fast the car was going. So I just ran an output from the speed sensor to the ECU, so now the ECU knows that the car is moving, and it can properly detect when to do decel and fuel cut and all that jazz, and it definitely reduced the problem. So the car drives much better than it did in the last clip you saw. Let's see, what else has changed? Big problem with the fuel system. Apparently, you cannot run two big, large Walbro 450s at the same time. I was finding that at under half a tank of gas, the fuel was heating up so bad that it was literally making the fuel pressure drop significantly, like down to 20 PSI, which is bad stuff. So what I ended up doing was staging the fuel pumps so that only one is running when the car is kind of idling and cruising, and then the other one kicks on when you get above about 5 PSI. So that's what we did to solve that problem. But other than that, super exciting stuff. Now the car is, it's pretty dialed in. And over my Thanksgiving break, which should be coming up this November, the plan is to get the car tuned for real, like the big boy tune, for all the marbles. Going to try to hit about 640 to 650 horsepower to the wheels, and then we can only go up from there. So that is kind of the going plan, and it's very exciting that the car is, it's pretty much finished in terms of drivability at this point. And then over my winter break, we're going to be completely overhauling the suspension and doing brakes and wheels and all the subframe bushings and stuff like that. So there's a lot to come with the car. It's not nearly done, but at least everything with kind of the engine and the transmission and the drivetrain is pretty much figured out. But there is still some minor things that I still need to do, like heat wrap some stuff and, work out some of the little leaks. But other than that, it's peachy. So I'm gonna get on it just a little bit here, just to show you guys that the car is nice and healthy. And I also want to introduce you to my fiance, my beautiful fiance. She's trying to stay out of the camera shot right now. She's a little camera shy, but she's in the car with me. She, bless her heart, she's terrified of this thing, but she still rides in it with me. She's cracking up right now. She did it! She did it!
That man was like an alien.
But yeah, let me give you guys just a little pull. All right, are you ready? She's shaking her head. How was that? That wasn't that bad. That was 10 PSI. It wasn't that bad, right? But yeah, we've capped this thing at about 10 PSI. I haven't went over 10 at this point. Wastegate is set at 15, so I haven't heard the wastegate open yet, so we haven't hit that. But it is a blast. I can tell this car is going to be a rocket ship. Even the rev limiter is set to 5,000 right now, so when we get it tuned, it should be at about 850. So we got a lot of room to play. I'm really excited, but yeah, I think at this point, guys, I'm gonna end the video. There's not really much more to say until I come back for November and we get this car dynoed. There could be a video out in between then. I'm not really too sure if there's anything maybe that I'm working on that I just want to show you guys. There could be a video up in between, but really, until November, keep it cool, guys. I'm stoked about this thing and thank everybody that's been watching and following the journey and asking me questions. I love getting questions from you guys, and yeah, I'll catch you guys. I guess this is it, but I will catch you guys in November or maybe early December, depending on how things work out. But until then, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Take it easy.